I'm getting hungry. Wonder what's for dinner. Let's go take a look. What do we got here? Yummy steak. All right.
Steak. It's what's for dinner. What we have here is a dry aged ribeye. I got this bad boy out at Wegmans in the discount aisle. I don't know if it fell on the floor, if it was just ready to expire, but anyway, I got it for a good deal and brought her home. I seasoned it up with some Kansas City seasoning, something my mother in law got me for Christmas. She got me, a bunch of ribeyes from there, and it came with their seasoning. So I seasoned it up and then vacuum sealed it and froze it. And today's the day we eat this bad boy. So it's coming in at 9.4 ounces. So not a huge steak, but for somebody with gastric bypass, this is more than enough. Again, remember, I like to call it gastric bypass, not gastric sleeve, because I'm special. But anyway, is 9 ounces. Take your bets on how much of this I can eat. Steak. Alrighty, we got this bad boy cooked up. Used the sous vide machine to cook this. It's about medium. According to the Telltale machine, I cooked it at 133 degrees. I cooked it for about an hour or so. You can do it for less time, but I like to do it for a little bit longer. And it's looking good. I do throw it in a cast iron frying pan for about 30 seconds on each side to give it a little bit of color. And now it's ready to eat.
All right, while we watch me stuff my face with yummy steak, let's talk about the rules for the gastric sleeve. It's kind of like the movie Avatar. Got to know the rules. Pandora rules. Well, there are rules to gastric sleeve when it comes to eating. Rule number one, no water 10 minutes before or 30 minutes after. Almost like sounds like the movie Gremlins, you know? Don't feed them after midnight. Well, when it comes to gastric sleeve, you can't have any water before you eat, 10 minutes before, and then 30 minutes after. And the theory is if there's water in your stomach before you eat, the food mixes in there, it becomes a soup, it leaves your stomach faster. Same thing with after you eat is it'll wash your stomach out faster and then you'll be hungry sooner. And that's the whole point of eating is to make sure that you're full for a good, 4 to 5 hours. That goes into rule number 2. Rule number 2 is you need to eat slowly. I am the fastest eater there ever is. I probably should have been a competitive eater. I don't have the stomach volume, but man, I can eat a sandwich fast. Burgers fast. It was like a competition. Robin used to tease me, "Do you even taste that?" But with gastric sleeve, they want you to eat slowly. In this video, you're actually going to see me take about 25 minutes to eat this steak. And that's what they want. They say that for every 5 minutes that you take to eat equals about 1 hour of feeling full. Now, dinner is usually the least healthy meal for me. I try to be really good during the day. I get my protein shake. I like my rice cakes and hummus and stuff. I tend to be a little bit bad with dinner, but the good news is with the sleeve is you can't eat enough to basically gain any serious weight unless you find something crazy calorie high dense like cheesecake or something like that. Is me eating pasta or pizza or anything like that is not going to cause me to gain a ton of weight. I'm Normally when I eat, I usually like to watch TV. Gives me something to do, takes my mind off of just constantly trying to shove food in my mouth like I used to. That was my old way. And watching TV does that. Today is Robin had to work third shift and the kids are doing their own thing. So I went down in the basement and hid, decided to video record myself, show you guys how long it takes to actually eat something. So keep in mind, I still have problems when we go like out to eat with friends and stuff. We're at a restaurant. Um, it's harder for me to slow down and not, take my sweet time and try and get that 25 minutes in. I'm getting better. It's been 2 years, so I'm better about it, but I'll find myself eating a little bit too fast. And when you eat too fast, you get full really quickly, and you can't eat as much as you see me eating here today. And that's a problem because you don't have a lot in your stomach. Yes, you feel full, but in like 2 hours, maybe 2.5 hours, guess what? All of a sudden I'm going to be looking for something to eat again. And that's where you can get yourself into trouble. If you're eating 4 to 5 times a day, it's easier to creep up and get too many calories in your diet. So definitely take the time to get that 25 minutes of slow eating. Like I said, I like to watch TV. It does. It helps me slow down. Um, Try and talk at dinner. Can't be drinking. You would think that you could just grab something to drink that would help you slow down, but again, rule number two, no water. So can't drink. So keep that in mind. It's a challenge, especially for somebody who loves to eat as fast as I did. I don't know why. It was always, almost like a challenge to eat fast. It was like, oh, it's so good. I just got to get it in my mouth as fast as humanly possible. But nope, now I take my time. I chew a lot too. That's the other thing, especially with this steak. You'll notice I take my sweet time and I'm chewing it. That's not a way to cheat the system, but it's a way to make sure that you get a very full stomach. Is to chew your food good, get that stomach completely full. This is steak, so it's high in protein. It's red meat. Some folks are against red meat. Red meat's not the greatest meat for you. There's better meats out there, but generally speaking, for me, this is a fairly healthy meal. This isn't a bunch of carbs, a bunch of greasy fat. There's some fat on a steak. It's a ribeye. Let's be honest. But it's not French fries. It's not a McDonald's cheeseburger. This is fairly healthy for me. So I like it. Today was a good day. I did a protein shake in the morning. I did my hummus and rice cakes. I did 4 rice cakes, and that's just enough to get me full. And then this steak, and that's it. That's all I had. I should try and find out how many calories I did. Um, I'll see if I can scrounge that up and post that for you guys.
Well, I was able to find it. Here's a nice little snapshot of MyFitnessPal and a breakdown of what I had. So there's breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Looks like a total of 1,157 calories. That's a good day for a gastric bypass. My goal, not exactly sure why that says 1,500. I don't remember when I set that up. It makes you put in a goal and stuff like that, and you can't do less than 1,200. It'll freak out. It's not designed for folks with gastric bypass. It thinks that it's unhealthy to eat less than 1,200 calories a day. So don't worry about that. But there's a breakdown of what I had for lunch calorie wise. And then here's the macros for the day. So I had 62 carbohydrates. That's a pretty low carbohydrate day. Again, I usually eat carbs when it comes to dinner. Today I was doing this little steak challenge for you guys. So I didn't eat anything else with dinner that usually would have extra carbs. So I usually do better than that. Fat, well, between the hummus and the ribeye, fat, not the greatest of days. But then protein, I got 81 grams of protein. So that was a good day. So it's a quick rundown of the nutrients and calories that I got from single day with gastric sleeve.
And I'm done. Tapped out. Can't eat anymore. And as you can see, it took about 25 minutes. Here's what's left over of the steak. We got it on the scale. Looks like it's 2.14 ounces for a grand total of 6.99. Might as well say 7 ounces. 7 ounces of steak. Not bad considering I used to eat a 16-ounce steak, a whole bunch of fries, mashed potatoes, bread. I'm just trying to think of like if I ate at an Outback or Longhorn or something, all the different sides I would have and stuff. But throw in some soda or pop on top of that, and that's a lot of calories. So can't eat much anymore, and I'm okay with that. It was still a great, yummy steak. I enjoyed it. I took my sweet time. So definitely a different eating experience, but I wanted to show you guys what it was like to sit down and eat a steak.
Hope you liked this video, and hope to see you next time. Thanks.
I found it. Was able to pull it up. So here's what I ate. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner. No stacks. No stacks. Derp.